2 years ago, I dreamed of living on a tropical island where I was able to train Muay Thai, have my dream girl, make money online, and drive a 1500cc motorcycle. But to be completely honest, I thought this was all just a pipe dream that would never come into fruition. But after turning my pipe dreams into reality, I'm going to show you exactly how you can too, with a full guide breaking down exactly how you can set up your dream life in Thailand step by step. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight in. The first thing we're going to be going over is the tools that you need to create the life that you want out here to make everything a lot easier for you. So the first two things you need to download from the App Store or Google Play, whatever phone you have, is Bolt and Grab. Both of these, they'll provide you transportation, but only Grab will be providing you transportation, food, and shipping items from point A to point B. And then number two, this is very important, especially if you're prioritizing your health for wealth right now. Paleo Robbie, that'll be the second app you need to download, as they deliver the highest quality food possible anywhere in Thailand. You're talking grass-fed meat, chicken, beef, eggs, duck eggs, pretty much everything you can think of on the health side of things. They have it, and they'll deliver it right to your doorstep in a box, making everything super convenient. It's also very cheap as well. And then number three, especially for the dating scene out here in Thailand, especially if you want to avoid the lady boys as best as possible, download Bumble, as it's the best app for dating. That's how I met the current girlfriend I have right now for the past 2 years. I met her on Bumble the second night I came out here in Bangkok, Thailand. And it has the least ladyboys from what I've seen. I used to do like ladyboy or not videos on YouTube and Tinder. Thai friendly, they had an abundance of ladyboys on there. So try to stay away from those and just stick with Bumble. And then following that, we'll go over Lazada, which is basically Thailand's version of Amazon, and it has everything you need, desk, chairs, TVs, PS5s, iPhones, mics, chairs, everything you can think of. It's literally just Thailand's version of Amazon. And everything is very cheap. Like, you might even think it's a scam until it delivers on your doorstep. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is an absolute steal. Then following that, the currency converter, it's literally just called that on the App Store. But the thing is, like, I thought I would only need it like a few times a month, but I use it basically almost every single day. It's literally just what it says. It converts baht to USD very seamlessly, very quick. So that way, if you're at a restaurant or if you're buying something very big, or if you're applying for an apartment, you want to see how much it is in USD just to do the logistics of things. This will do it very quick, so that way every single time you're trying to convert baht to USD, you don't have to go on Google every time. You just have an app right there for it. And then Line, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Of course, you probably already have Instagram, but Line and WhatsApp, this is how you're going to be texting these Thai girls, the people who you're communicating with to buy apartments, renting apartments, all that type of stuff. They usually just communicate mainly through Line and WhatsApp. And then last but not least, very important, the visa situation. Right now, I'm actually dealing with this myself. Even though I've been here the last 2 years, I did get an education visa, which was supposed to get me 15 months, no headache whatsoever. But apparently they canceled that. So now I'm like pretty much living here illegally. But I mean, I don't know if it's that big of a problem. You can always just pay your way out of things. But yeah, right now the best visa to get is the DTV visa, which you will get 5 years for just a few $100s. You just need to prove you have a source of income online. If you have a pretty big amount in your bank account, let's just say, I think it was like 15,000 USD. And then you get 5 years, no headache. I think you just have to prove your location every once in a while, but that's pretty much it. But if you don't want to get the DTV, maybe you don't have 15,000 in the bank right now, just rock the tourist visa, as you get 60 days automatically right when you arrive. And then you can extend it, do some border runs, and a lot of things you can do to get, I think, up to 6 months of the year, just absolutely free, just with the tourist visa. All right, and now that we're done with the boring stuff, we're going to be going over which district is best to be living in Thailand. So starting off, number one, my favorite city in the world, and that is Bangkok, Thailand. It's, I think, the 14th largest city in the world. It's the best for grinding, scaling from 0 to 10K a month. Best for networking with people making 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K a month. Bangkok is definitely the best place to be for that. It's more of like a lock yourself in your apartment until you scale type of place. Like, you're not going to be having that much fun unless you're an absolute degenerate and you want to be going to Nana Plaza, Khao San Road. That's all in Bangkok. It has both sides of the coin. So if your vibe is more of a one, you want to lock in, you want no distractions, you just want you, your laptop in your room 24/7, Bangkok is definitely the best place to be, as there's no distractions if you set it up the right way. And then following that, Chiang Mai, it's more of that chill mountain lifestyle. We're just drinking a few beers, driving motorbikes in the mountains, having a grand old time. It's good for a getaway, good to lock in with a few very high level friends. It's super cheap as well. I think one of the cheapest ones on here in terms of like the cost of living for each of these different districts. But to be honest, it's pretty boring for me, especially with no friends. When I went there, like I think I've been there 2 times. I just didn't really have any friends there, so it was pretty boring for me. But if you go there with a few friends, go mountain biking, go drive in the mountains, it's a very good place to go. Now, if you're looking for a vibe that's more chill, you just want to sit on the beach, drink a coconut, smoke some shisha, chill with the boys, train Muay Thai, Koh Samui is definitely the best place to be. They have very, very luxurious villas for very cheap. Now, it's just more of that vibe. We're just driving with their shirt off on a motorbike throughout the island, listening to their favorite tunes, popping a snus. That's definitely the best place to go, which is Koh Samui. And then following that, a mini version of Koh Samui. If you're not looking for too many tourists, especially in the right season, Koh Samui, it's right off the coast of Rayong, and it's literally just like Koh Samui, but 5 times smaller. And then next up, Pattaya, one of the most degenerate places on earth. I think it's literally Sin City in real life. It's Indian infested, which is quite unfortunate. There's a lot of ladyboys, but other than that, it's a beautiful location as it's the city and beach combined in one place. There is very good parts of Pattaya if you want to stay away from the degeneracy. Me and Jan, one of my students in Living Unchained, we stayed there for a few weeks, and we just stayed away from the degeneracy, and it was very beautiful. So it just really depends on where you go in Pattaya. That determines what vibe you're looking for and what you're trying to get out of it. And then Phuket, I've never been. Personally, I don't want to be a fake guru and tell you the good and bad about Phuket, but basically from what I've heard from my friends, it's literally just Koh Samui, but with more tourists and more luxury, and it's a little bit more on the expensive side. And then with Hua Hin, I've been there only 1 time, but it's really just a better version of Pattaya. And instead of Indians and degeneracy, you just have a lot of old people, and it's more solely focused on Muay Thai. It's kind of like Chiang Mai as well. They have mountains, they have the beach, they have a little bit of a city, so it's pretty much Pattaya, Chiang Mai, and Koh Samui and Bangkok all combined. It's really chill. There's just a lot of retirement people, a lot of people training Muay Thai. It's a really good place to go to lock in with a few good friends and to just have a very good time. And then with Rayong, that's where I currently am right now. It's pretty much just like a very chill place to go. A good getaway to reflect on what life has been bringing you so far. Not too many tourists. You're pretty much the only Farang in town. Like right now, I haven't seen any Farang the last 3 days, and it's just more of that local Thai culture if that's what you're looking for. And then Roy Yet, that's northeast of Bangkok, and that's where all the local rice fields are, all the villages are. And this is where you learn to fish with your bare hands. I went with my girlfriend and her dad and her family, and that's where I caught my first fish with my bare hands, and you can do the exact same in Roy Yet. And now we'll be going over how much money you need to survive and to sustain your lifestyle out here in Bangkok. 0 to 1K a month, you're gonna be barely surviving and possibly having to fast like I did when I first came out to Bangkok. I had 1,500 to my name, no income whatsoever, and I did survive. I was able to surpass those very dark times. I did have to fast for 110 hours, but that's sometimes what you have to do, especially if you have very low income. 1K a month, you'll be surviving, but just not thriving in any sort of way. And then 1 to 3K a month, you're gonna be surviving pretty well, but not living the good life by any means. You're gonna be getting by pretty comfortably, but you're not gonna be living any type of lavish lifestyle. You're gonna be getting by, but not having the very nice dinners, the very nice traveling. You're just gonna be right in the middle. And then 3 to 6K a month, you're gonna be able to afford a very nice place, the better quality food, and you're gonna be able to start traveling more, but you're still not gonna be able to ball out of control by any means. And then 6 to 10K a month, now you're able to start enjoying the fruits of your labor. Maybe you wanna go to Koh Samui, Pattaya, now is the time to do so. Now you're able to spend a lot more than you think. Just because 6 to 10K a month, let's just say you're making 6K a month, you're already pretty much making 18K a month, just because it's 3 times cheaper here than back home in the States. Now you're able to start traveling, eating the food you wanna eat, spending the money you want on your girlfriend, and just doing pretty much anything you want. Now at 6 to 10K a month, you're right on the edge of being able to be complete baller out here in Thailand. You're able to start enjoying the fruits of your labor just a little bit. But then at 10 to 15K a month, you're now almost like right at the edge of being an absolute baller and can now pretty much afford pretty much anything that you want. And then let's just say you're able to level up even more. You're making 25, maybe 50K a month. You are now a god of Thailand, able to do literally anything that you want and everything while also being able to save and invest for your future. And then last but not least, 100K a month. Now the world is your playground. You can literally go to Thailand, Dubai, pretty much anywhere in the world and have no problem whatsoever living the life that you want to live. Now going over how to find your accommodation, your villas, condos, penthouses, whatever you're looking for. Open Facebook Marketplace, very simple. This is what I've done to find the last 4-5 places I've lived at. You can search your desired place. Like for example, if you want a 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom penthouse, you just look that up. Villa, just search that up as well. And make sure to go in person, go view it before paying anything online, just because a few of my friends, they came out here to Thailand and they paid before they got here and then they showed up to the villa and it's not even what it was in the picture. So you want to make absolutely certain it is what it looks like in the pictures before you pay any amount. As well as with Facebook Marketplace, you're very likely to get in touch with the owner of the apartment or villa and get a lot shorter of a contract, because everything else, it is usually 6 or 12 months type of contract where you have to sign a lease for a long period of time and pay 3 months rent before you ever move in. But if you get in touch with the owner, of course you probably still have to pay the deposit, but you will be able to get a lot shorter term of a lease compared to just the normal 6 or 12 months. But yeah, Facebook and Airbnb are the only two things I've used. I've never really used Highland Properties or Fazwaz. Facebook and Airbnb are definitely the best two ways to go about finding the place where you're going to be living. And now I'll be going over a few of my personal favorite things the last 2 years of living out here in Thailand. In Bangkok, the best gyms to go to, definitely Unreal Gym, definitely the best bang for your buck. Very great community online and in person. Plus they have a posing room. They're about to add an ice bath or sauna if they haven't already. I haven't been there in quite a few weeks. And then Muscle Factory, not that great AC. I don't even think they have it at all, but definitely the most tests in the air of any gym in the world. Pretty much 80% of the people in there are on some type of steroid. So when you walk in, you can literally smell the testosterone in the air. You feel it within your body and you're ready to work out with no warm up whatsoever. And then last but not least, Jet Fitness. I've only been there 1 to 2 times, but it's very good here just because it is open 24/7 if you have a membership. One of my friends and students, Jan, he has the membership here and he literally goes like 2 or 3 a.m., which is just not something you see normally with these gyms in Thailand. And then in Koh Samui, Wildwood Beach Fitness. I literally just posted a few videos on that on my Instagram. It's my personal favorite gym just because it's outdoors, your feet is in the sand, you're lifting massive wooden weights for no reason at all. They have very good smoothies. And then at Koh Samui as well, Health Lab. It's not even a gym, they don't have any weights whatsoever, but they do have a sauna, infrared sauna, ice bath, hot tub, steam room, hot tub, pretty much everything you need to recover, rejuvenate the mind, to go back to grinding right after. And then Success Gym, it's also in Koh Samui. They have very great lighting, has a sauna, plus all the equipment that you need. It's pretty much Health Lab but with weights, but no steam room, no infrared sauna, no ice bath, but it does have a sauna. And now I'll be going over my favorite clubs and the best networking places I believe to go to if you're trying to connect with very, very high level individuals. First off being Whiskars, that's in Bangkok. It's literally just cigars and shisha. Very good classical vibe. You feel like an absolute gangster when you're in there. They have like old fashioned movies playing. They have live bands. It's just a very chill, very high frequency place to go. And then next up, Baccarat. One of my friends actually owns the club, so I'm a little bit biased there, but they have very, very good vibes, very, very high level connections. There's people you might not even expect to be there are there. And then Space Plus, it's more of like a stadium EDM style club with very crazy light shows, very good music, very good vibe overall. And then Dubai, it's a very good shisha place right in the middle, right in the heart of Nana Plaza. So you have to navigate through the degeneracy to get there. But that very good shisha for very, very cheap. Very good place to hang out with your friends, maybe take some sales calls. And then with Sound Club, that's in Koh Samui. Definitely my favorite club in the world in terms of the vibes. There's like trees in there, very colorful lights, especially if you're on shrooms. That's a very, very crazy place to be. Very good vibes. There was actually a fight there one time on one of my most viral videos. It's only 8K views, but still my most popular video. That's Sound Club. And then last but not least, Unreal Gym. Already talked to you guys about that. Very, very high level connections there. You're able to work out, obtain the very high frequency. And then Muscle Factory as well. Very, very high level people go to both of these gyms every single day. And I'll be going over a few of these pictures, a little bit of the stories of like why I chose Thailand in the first place, because I am back home from the States, but I've only been back home once. I've been to Dubai, the Philippines, Bali, but Thailand is definitely my home, just because as you see in the top left, me and my girlfriend's dad, that's where I learned how to catch a fish with my bare hands in Roi Et. And then following down on the right, that's where I took a sales call in Samoy. I forgot what this restaurant kind of thing was called, but this is literally just Thailand. It just represents freedom, being able to make money on your phone, and very, very beautiful places. I'm just very grateful to be able to do so. And then on the right of that, that was at our 9-bedroom villa mansion type thing where we had our mastermind. Just absolutely insane. I think it was only like 1K USD per person to stay there like 5 days. So just an absolute cheat code to be just living in Thailand where everything is a lot more cheap. You live a very, very luxurious lifestyle for very cheap compared to back home in the States, where maybe this type of villa would probably be like 10K per night, which is just an absolute game changer. And then in the right corner, this is where a lot of my friends, we held like a yacht party in Pattaya. We can see, I don't know if you guys can see this little midget right here, Captain America. This was a little bit more of the degenerate side of things. It was in Pattaya, so the degeneracy was definitely on the side of the spectrum here. And then bottom right, this was in Koh Samui, literally just a few days ago. You know, smoking shisha, closing some deals in the DMs. Definitely not a bad life. And right here, we rented a 1500cc Ducati Duval. I believe that's what it's called. I've never driven a manual bike in my life, but Thailand's definitely the best place to learn. I went from like a 170cc automatic scooter to this. So it was an absolute 9-day difference in terms of the skill level. I did drop it, broke the handlebar, but I fixed it. I paid for my sins. And then bottom left, we have Super Pro Samui, which is one of the best Muay Thai gyms in the world. Just being able to train with your boys, having a grand time in Thailand. I mean, what else can you ask for in life? Now, here are some frequently asked questions that I do get asked in the DMs on a day-to-day basis, which is like the cheapest place to go. Definitely Chiang Mai, Roi Et, and Rayong. All 1K a month is all you need to survive and live pretty comfortably. Out of these three, I definitely say Chiang Mai is the best, just because the network is probably stronger than Roi Et and Rayong, as well as they do have the mountains, motorbikes, Muay Thai, while Roi Et and Rayong don't really have that. And then the best quality of life, definitely Koh Samui in my opinion, or Hua Hin, as it's mainly Muay Thai focused, very good vibes. You're driving your motorbikes with no shirt on, no license, no helmet, just having a grand old time. And then the best for networking, definitely Bangkok, as it's top tier for meeting very, very high level killers who are all on the grind to level up their lives, and just being able to surround yourself with people that are levels above you will ultimately help you level up yourself. And then the best for grinding, Bangkok as well, as it's literally just you, your room, pretty much in a prison cell, just you and your laptop grinding away each and every single day, no distractions if you set yourself up the right way. Of course, there are distractions, and what I've seen from a lot of my friends who have come out here trying to make money online is that they start grinding in the complete wrong direction. They're going to Nana Plaza, Khao San Road, just getting with a lot of prostitutes and just grinding in the wrong direction, which ended up making them have to go back home. So don't let this be you. Make sure you're grinding, making sure you're on the right track, so that way you don't have to be like them. And a lot of people ask me as well, like, what's the easiest way to make money online? And definitely an appointment setter in remote sales, just because that's the lowest barrier of entry of skill that you need in order to start making your first few $1,000s online. And if you guys are interested in finding out how to do this for yourself, you can watch a few videos on my YouTube channel, or if you want to fast track to your first $5,000 a month online, you can also book a call below. And then last but not least, how to set up a visa. For most people, just show up and you get the tourist visa automatically. See if you like Thailand first, dip your toes in the water before you jump all the way in. And then if you do like it, you can just leave the country, set up the DTV visa, and then come back to live long term. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much everything I have to go over. If you guys have any further questions about Thailand, you can comment down below. You can reach out to me on Instagram. I'll be able to answer you guys there. But other than that, it's been an absolute pleasure, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.